Aloha and welcome to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Podcast. I'm Aloha Bruce.
How's it going? You got Lanai.
Thanks for tuning in. We got a great podcast for you today. We're going to be talking about staying safe in Hawaii. As more and more people are coming here, I think get the reminders out there again about how important it is to stay safe on your Hawaii vacation. This podcast is brought to you by Hawaii.com, the star advertiser, and Hawaii Aloha Travel.
Yes. And you know, when we talk about staying safe, we're not just talking about sick. We're talking about safety, talking about water safety, because you don't want to go on vacation and something happen.
That's right.
And it's always stuff that I think people don't want to talk about, but you should at least acknowledge it and be prepared for it.
Right. So hopefully this will give you the main ones to be thinking about.
One of the reasons I wanted to talk about this was, number one, our water safety, because people drown here all the time. Mm-hmm. It's the facts. And people don't realize that. They think, well, I can swim in a pool, I can swim in the ocean. It's two different things. And the other thing that made me realize is because I travel so much, I bought this insurance that if I were to die anywhere in the world, that I would get sent back first class within 24 hours. Do you know how many people go somewhere and they can't get back to home? Yeah. It takes like a month or 3 weeks.
I've been in this situation.
Yes. Yeah. So I think people need to understand and prepare for that. Mm-hmm. I was lucky to get this insurance. Yeah. I don't know if you know about this one, but it's kind of cool. I could be anywhere in the world, 24 hours, I get sent back first class.
You're going to know your first class.
Yeah, well, because...
He really is stressing this first class after he's dead.
Yeah, because they don't want to... Well, here's the reason why. Because if you're in a third world country, it's not for Hawaii, obviously, but if you're in a third world country and they don't have embalming or a mortuary, you need to get back within 24 hours because what happens to your body?
Oh, absolutely.
So when they open the box, you don't want your family to go...
No, I get it. I'm just kidding. I know.
You know what I mean?
But when you're talking about first class, you're talking about the treatment of your body.
Directly there, not from a little island in a small plane to a box to another little island to a... I'm talking first class into a freezer.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, you should let people... Well, I think you have mentioned that to me before.
Yeah. So,
one of the things you hear over and over again, I mean, constantly, is don't turn your back on the ocean. What does that mean for people, really? I mean, of course, your back is partially... Explain to people in layman's term what that means.
When we were growing up as kids, we don't turn our back to the ocean because it's a respect for the ocean, right? It might look like it's small. The waves might be smaller. The waves might be far out. But if you're taking your selfie, which this is how it usually happens, and you can go online and look at YouTube at all these videos of people standing on rocks taking selfies in front of a blowhole or in front of surf because they want to get the water splashing against the rocks. They don't realize that one split second the water can grab you. Yeah. And that's usually what happens on the east side of Oahu, where the island that we're on, you have Spitting Caves, you have the Blowhole, you have Halona Lookout, you have all these beautiful lookouts, and people want to take that selfie. 9 times out of 10, we're rescuing people that were taking a selfie that fell in the water because the water grabbed them.
Right.
Sandy Beach is another good one. You might not get in the water, but you get ankle deep, and the water grabs you, and it pulls you in. Waimea Bay is another good one, where it constantly grabs people, and they pulls them in the water, and they think, it's not going to grab me.
Right.
Right?
So the main thing to be thinking about is that it can sneak up on you.
Yes.
You never know when a strong wave is going to...
Don't turn your back on the ocean.
So it's better to sort of be facing the ocean, be looking at the ocean, so that what that means.
And to that, it's always people that say, I've been in the ocean before, or I can swim good. That's not what it's about.
Right.
It's about you getting sucked in, and then what are you doing? You're now putting our lifeguards in danger, or you're putting the locals in danger, because the locals' first response is to go in and get you.
Yeah.
And now you're putting us in danger. I have saved at least 6 or 7 people
It was
from drowning.
funny, and it's true. Lanai, we were on the Big Island over the holiday, and we were just walking in the hotel, and Lanai was just looking at the ocean. He goes, "Hey, that guy out there,
yes,
he's gonna get killed out there."
And then the next day they told us that they
what
sent
happened
the helicopter out to go get the guy.
Those guys?
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't hear that story.
And we were just walking by. I told you, I knew it already.
Yeah.
We can just see it.
And the woman who was giving us the tour, Kailani, she called the police.
Oh,
So he's not kidding when he said he's saved people. I know your brother has saved people, and you see it all the time. You can see people, they just don't know where they're going, and they don't know what they're doing.
And we have really strong rips here that you can't see.
Yep.
And if you ever do get caught in a rip, but they usually last about 100 yards, so you just want to relax and lay back, and you always want to swim parallel with the ocean. even if you're 5 feet
Right.
away.
Swim
You know what
parallel
I
with the
mean?
ocean.
Swim
That's I
parallel
learned
with the
that too.
ocean.
Okay, and then so the other thing is to remember about box jellyfish.
Yes.
Those are nasty. They're
Yes.
nasty critters, and they're here every month, really.
So if you do get stung, first thing you want to do is find a lifeguard. They usually have vinegar in a bottle, there's really nothing you can do. It's gonna sting no matter what, but it'll help at least clean all the bacteria and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But vinegar is a thing that we use here. Lime, if you step on a reef or you get cut by a rock or whatever, this is a very important one. People step on a rock and the slice is tiny, right? And they think it's nothing.
Nothing, but it's bleeding.
And what it does is a month later that thing can grow in there. So lime will kill that, or vinegar. You just don't want to put peroxide, and you want to clean it several times.
Yeah.
But that's a dangerous one.
Yeah, and you can get
Staph.
you can get staph, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with that.
I have
Those
so
box
many little
jellyfish-
cuts on my feet.
from box jellyfish.
No, from the reef or the
from
rocks
the
or
reef.
whatever, from surfing.
Did you ever get bit by jellyfish?
Oh, yeah.
I have a
It's
few
not
times.
a good
It's
feeling.
not fun. It's definitely
not
not
a
fun.
good feeling.
All right, let's talk a little bit about hiking, things to remember about hiking. I think some of the things that people forget to do is their footwear. I think this is a
Yes.
common problem we've seen here with folks that just go on these random hikes. They just
Wear
have
good shoes.
Yeah.
Charge your cell phone to the max.
And if you're going to wear sandals, wear those hiking sandals that have sort of they have the bigger
Thread on the
threads
bottom.
on the bottom. Yeah. Just a gripping thread is very
Water,
important.
You
Yep.
want water, and
Yep.
the most important thing when you hike, stay on the trail.
Yeah, and I would not do slippers, flip-flops,
Yeah.
those kinds of things.
Stay on the trail.
Bring water, stay hydrated. Every day here in Hawaii, we see helicopters going to save
You don't want to be
people.
on the news
Yeah,
getting
you know-
rescued for a hike.
Right.
Because the locals will hate you.
Yeah.
Because we got to pay for it.
We got to pay for it. Just some other general things. Sunscreen is always a good thing to have. Our proximity to the equator, we're like right where the equator is, so there's a lot of SPF and with the UPF rays. Don't venture behind guardrails. If you see guardrails, they're
Follow
there
the
for a
signs. Just
reason.
follow the
There's
rules.
there's a reason. And you were talking about things in the water, but don't drink stuff from streams
No.
that have chemicals.
And if a stream isn't
Less-to-prosis-
moving-
what is it? Less-to-prosis.
Yeah, and if a
Yeah.
stream is not moving, don't get in the water, by the way. If it's not moving, if it's
Right.
just stagnant,
Yeah.
do not. I know plenty guys who've gotten sick, hospitalized from jumping off a waterfall, and then they get bacteria.
All right.
All right.
Those are some of the.
We're going to take your questions in the comments if there's any other questions, but we also got questions coming up.
Yeah, we got
right?
questions coming up here, but first the promo of the week.
What is it, brother?
The promo of the week gives you $200 off on your next vacation, $1,500 or more, and that's a $100 cash credit on the trip, and you also will get a $100 gift certificate. I guess it's just $100 off of any tours in our stable of fine tours that we have, including the Aloha Play food tour with Lanai Tabura. He personally will take you out. That's like a free ticket right away. There's the Secret Circle Island tour. There's the half Secret Circle Island tour. The secret part there is the one you want to think about. What is the secret?
Yes.
You can learn when you get
Give
on
you all the
our
behind-the-scenes
tours. We have the
things,
Hawaii.
yeah.
There's still a lot of Hawaii 5-0 fans. We have the Hawaii 5-0 tour.
Yes.
We're the only people doing the Hawaii 5-0 tour. All right, let's get to some of the questions that we got here. All right, the first one is coming in from Steve, and he says, "Can I bring my dog to Hawaii? Are there hotels that are animal
I just saw
friendly?"
this comedian. I'm laughing because I saw this comedian last night, and he was. I started doing comedy again. He was
I know,
talking
and
about.
I've heard it was great.
He was
I've heard
talking about.
they're killing it.
He was talking about how airplanes have turned into arcs, and people have now. We have planes full of animals now, and I think it was Sebastian. He was talking about how. I got on a plane and somebody's bringing a peacock.
Yeah,
Like a peacock. They let you bring everything on the plane.
I know.
You can, obviously, you can bring animals.
So he's on the plane like it's Noah's Ark.
No
with all the animals.
reptiles, though. You can't bring reptiles. You'll go to jail. No snakes.
Let me just say, it's just not easy.
Yeah.
You can bring your dog to Hawaii, but you have to go through very specific steps, and that includes, they have to have this tick vaccination.
Yes.
They've got to get the rabies vaccination. They've got to get a certain paper. It's kind of like when you're coming to Hawaii, all the paperwork you got to do just for a
Yeah.
human. We've been doing this quarantine for many years, and they've got it down. But you can do it. It's just a little bit of a hassle.
If you have a crazy dog, don't bring them.
Yeah, don't bring your dog.
People on the plane will get irritated with you.
Yeah. The other question we have from Felicia, along the lines of animals, is it really true about cockroaches in Hawaii?
Yes, we have great cockroach farms here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah.
We have the monster ones that fly at you. But, you know, the hotels have done a really good job of. I've never seen a cockroach in a hotel or anywhere that I've really stayed.
But we do have them.
Of course
and
we do.
you know, there's no way to get around them, and they're
it's part of the fixture.
Yeah, and so, but that doesn't mean you're going to be infested with cockroaches.
No.
You might see one or two while you're here.
It's the state bird.
You know, and just
It's the state insect and bird when they fly. It's really a part of our culture. It's so funny.
Yeah,
it's part of our jokes.
I know.
Everything.
I know. I feel like sometimes I'm like a cockroach. You'll never get rid of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So another one comes in from Drew. What is a Kama'aina discount? Yeah, that's the question.
It's usually about 5 to 10%, sometimes 12 to 15, depending on how much you're paying for.
Tell people what it is. It's it's sort of a break that people from Hawaii are supposed to get.
Kama'ainas are local. So if you have a state ID or a Hawaiian driver's license, you will get a Kama'aina discount. So make a friend. Make a friend. Like I tell all my other friends that come here, make a friend. You know, you want to go golf, make a friend, have them check you in. I wasn't supposed to say that.
Well, the golfing I think is different. But golfing is different. I think that's...
No, it's not.
Can't you
if
go
my
with
friends,
a local?
No, if my friends tell me to come golf with them and I check in, we're getting a Kama'aina discount, all of us.
That's right, of course.
So that's why I say go find a friend.
Go find a friend. No, I understand that part, but
yeah.
I thought when you're golfing, it doesn't matter. I mean, if a local is going with it, it's like okay to bring.
That's what I'm saying. You got to find a local.
Right, right, but it's not. You're not doing anything wrong.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But yeah, for restaurants, stores, almost everyone has a Kama'aina discount. If you don't have that ID, then you're not getting the discount.
Yeah, and it's usually 10 or 15%.
Some people are
but
generous,
it doesn't not. The point is, it doesn't apply to folks that are coming here on vacation.
If you look Asian and you just say Kama'aina, they're probably not going to say nothing and give you the discount. So you got to say it like that, though. Kama'aina.
Kama'aina. All right, I got to remember that. All right, what's the difference between Oahu, Honolulu, and Waikiki? Common question.
Oahu is the island.
Right.
Honolulu is the city. Waikiki is a district.
Right.
All right. Like if you lived in California, the state, in Los Angeles, the area, in Burbank.
Simple.
That's simple.
It's all one place, folks.
California, you live in San Diego, but you live in Pacifica.
Right. Exactly.
Simple.
Simple. All right. And it is not the Big Island or main island.
No.
Oahu is
If you look at us on the map, we say the Big Island because it's the biggest out of all the islands.
Right.
But locals usually say Hawaii Island or Big Island. Big Island's kind of going away, but Hawaii Island has become the new term.
That's right. And Tammy writes, are the volcanoes on the Big Island dangerous? Are they safe?
No, they're very safe.
They're very safe.
The volcanoes that we have are not the eruption explosion volcanoes. We have a slow lava flow volcano.
And
so
it's
you can
growing.
Yes, so you can physically see and they know if something's going to happen, if you need to move. That's why if you go to a volcano, there's homes right on the edge of it looking down into it, which is crazy to me. But,
yeah,
and people still live in the path of lava, which is crazy to me as well.
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
And they wonder why it's there.
Yeah. It was there first. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you wonder why it's so cheap to get a house there.
All right. So, if you've got a question, we want to hear from you. Please write to us. Send us a comment right here on our YouTube channel. Write to Lanai at Lanai or me at Aloha Bruce. You can go to our Facebook page, Hawaii Aloha Travel on Facebook. We'd love to see you guys there. And also subscribe to this.
Yes.
Subscribe to the video here, the podcast.
Yeah, and share it with your friends.
Yep. All right. That'll do it. That'll wrap it up. I'll say aloha and mahalo.